I will play the playlist that I share with my best friend. Boss girl energy songs, the ones that make you just feel on top of the world. Hello, my name is Ellie Thumann, and I am here today to answer 17 questions. Growing up doing YouTube videos and showing so much of my life and meeting new people and being with, friends and just all of the experiences I've had, they would maybe assume that I'm super extroverted and just constantly love being around people. My social anxiety can be a lot, and I do really enjoy being kind of introverted and taking time for myself. I can get very overwhelmed very easily. Maybe that's something that, doesn't really show when you do social media, but my alone time is very, very important to me. I think the best advice I would give is focus on the opinions that matter. I was so fixated, I just think of, myself at 17 on what every single person, no matter who they were, and if they really knew me, what their opinion was, focusing on how I viewed myself, how my family viewed me, how my friends view me, I think would have helped me a lot more with just learning to love myself than focusing on all these external opinions. Something I will never regret is starting a YouTube channel when I was 12. I think it completely changed the direction of my life, and it's very overwhelming when I really think about it and just where I would be if I didn't. So I will always feel so grateful that I stuck with it and, pursued it. I always prioritize my mental health. Dwell on the past. Ooh, there's been a lot of times that I've been starstruck. I think one that sticks out was 2 years ago. I was at this event and Leonardo DiCaprio was sitting right next to me. It was a viewing party, but he just had the most normal outfit on and was just on his phone hanging out. And I just couldn't believe it because I just always envisioned someone as, successful and huge as him to not just be on their phone, just having a normal hangout. And it was surreal. I didn't talk to him or anything. I let him be, but just even sitting there next to him, I was like, I don't belong to be sitting here. I think my dream collab is one that I'm actually doing right now, which is so crazy to say, but working with, the company Beaubble on making my own makeup collection of products has been something I've always dreamed of doing. And when they reached out and told me the whole process of being able to include my fans in, being sent my products to test out and help me create to the best that they could be, and being able to just have these products that people are able to purchase and wear alongside me and be so supportive of has been insane. I think I would change how normalized hate is, but being masked in humor. Especially in the past couple of years, I've watched it turn to this comedic area where people think that by being hateful but doing it in a humorous way makes it okay, when it can be, if not more, hurtful. It's hard because I'm so grateful for it and I see so much more good. One that I've really been challenged with recently is there's not really an on and off switch, especially with what I do. I show my day-to-day life and I love doing that. But with that, and honoring staying true to myself means that sometimes I have to show up on the days when I'm not doing well and I'm, maybe not happy, I'm going through something. And I think especially the first part of this year, realizing that I can't just do this switch of all right, I'm good now and I'm just gonna show myself doing all this with this fake persona on. I had to really honor that showing myself at a low, as scary as that is, because no one wants to seem weak or not well. Finding the strength and power with that really helped, but I also think it was hard, especially being 20 years old, going through normal things. It can be very overwhelming to have so many opinions and eyes on you, having to show up true to yourself, which means you're not always going to be showing up the best version of yourself, and that can be scary, but it's also really important to do. I'm still trying to figure out where I belong. I love every place I travel to. It's kind of a bad habit. I'll go somewhere and be like, oh, that's my dream destination to live one day. And then I'll go somewhere else completely different and be like, no, that's it. But I don't know, something about the Carolinas has always sat well with me. I could see myself there, but I'm also going to New York for a month, and that's always been a dream place to live. Depending how that goes for me and how I feel there, that could be a place I see myself living in my 20s. That's just the interesting part about growing up. You don't really know until hopefully you just go one day and a place just feels right and that it, you belong there. Ooh, I think this has been the year of Taylor Swift, but I think The Vault in specific. I think growing up listening to her, I never really understood the lyrics. I've always been a person that never really listened to lyrics. And then once I kind of changed that and really started hearing them, especially with someone as incredible as Taylor Swift, with her songwriting and being able to put what everyone feels at points in their life into these like songs that help you not feel so alone, those have just been on repeat, like to the max. It's insane. I think my favorite thing is how it's never the same. Every experience is unique and different. And someone like me who loves change and loves unexpected moments, I think it's really fun knowing that each individual job, event, photo shoot, they're all gonna be different. You're gonna meet different people. You're going to look different, have different makeup, have different everything. You never know what to expect. So you're in this constant state of like thrill of like, I wonder what it's gonna be today. I think the best moment for me was being on a billboard in December in Times Square for Forever 21 and being able to fly out with my grandma and my mom and sister and see it. And just, it was such a moment because going to Times Square since I was 12, just like walking through there, you're just so overwhelmed seeing myself on such a big screen. It was just like the most insane feeling and one that I will never ever forget. Ooh, I think it's such an interesting question, especially, with how social media has evolved, but just showing up genuinely as yourself, I feel like more than ever, there is room for everyone on social media and there's not this judgment of like, oh, you do this or you like this. There's stuff for everyone and you're gonna find people that it resonates with, and you don't need to feel like you have to act a certain way or only do certain things because that's what other people are doing. I feel like there's just so much to it now where you can really be yourself and not feel scared of being judged. I think just showing up exactly as you are is key to this kind of stuff. My favorite filter, there's this one, I don't know the name, but it gives you little freckles and I use it on Instagram every time I do a story. And I love it because it's like a very natural filter, but it also just like, it does the trick and I'm obsessed with it. And I use it way too much. 5 years, I'll be 25. That is weird. Almost 26. I hope I'm still working. I hope I'm traveling, still modeling and, being able to showcase my life online. Who knows where social media is going to be? Maybe in a relationship at 20. I would hope so. I don't know. I don't know where I'd be living. Hopefully just traveling around, just having fun with my girlfriends. Hopefully having some stability in my life, and a relationship would be nice too by almost 26. That would be nice. My favorite thing about myself would be my intuition and my ability to read people and situations. And I don't know, it's something I used to feel was kind of this like weakness. Like, why am I always having these gut feelings? But then the more of my friends I would talk to and the more situations I was in, people would be like, I wish I had that. Like, you were able to call that out so much sooner, or you were able to do this and I didn't see that. And it really made me realize, oh, this isn't something that everyone has the ability to do. And I really honor that now for myself, where I trust my gut, I trust my intuition, I trust those voices that I have, telling me certain things, instead of being like, no, like don't overthink it. It saved me from a lot of hurt and time loss in my life. I throw on my headphones. I don't care where I am. I start walking. I do really, really intense walks, and I will play the playlist that I share with my best friend with just the most like boss girl energy songs, the ones that make you just feel on top of the world. I love it so much. It literally will change myself from being down in the dumps to being like, oh my God, I freaking got this. It's the best. Ooh, I would say, going back to what I said earlier, intuitive, loyal, and compassionate. For loving my selfies, it's all about the good lighting. I could be posed up in the best makeup, the best everything, and I can take a picture in one lighting and be like, that is not ever going anywhere. And then you just step into a different room and then it's like, whoa, that is like a great photo of myself. It really does just depend. The lighting, it doesn't even matter the background of where you are. It's literally, that's what I tell everyone. I'm like, it's all about that lighting and then just working with it from there. My life is so much different. It's so weird to think that if I didn't do YouTube and modeling, I would be a sophomore in college doing all this other stuff. And then it's like, I'm here now, being able to travel and have all these opportunities to meet people that I could only dream of and work with like these amazing brands and just I always joke, and my family jokes, they're like, we feel like you're like a 40-year-old. Like, you've had the lifetime of like a full-on adult. It's complete parallels, and when I really think about it, I get very overwhelmed with how different my life would look. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me answer some fun little questions. I will see you all later, and that is all we got today. Bye.